go. Okay. So yeah, since you're a coach, it's gonna be like a little bit different. We can do a couple things. One, we can watch a competitive game together and talk about it, or maybe you have coaching sessions that you've done recorded. I don't know, like what kind of coach are you? Are like head coach for a team, or like what are
Uh,
you doing?
yeah, I'm head coach for a team at Czech ERL and
Mm-hmm.
Academy for the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's
How
Dark Tigers. Yeah,
how long have you been doing that?
I had Summer Split 2020, Czech ERL, and Spring Split 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So
How do you feel like it's going so far?
two, two splits. I mean, first split was legit a roller coaster. I mean, it was super funny. We got into league through through quali super random. Like we got lucky at the bracket,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess it's fine. And this split, the league closed. Like
Yeah.
only organizations got like spot. So I asked one organization if I can build roster for them and stuff, and because mm, our league is super troll, it was like one day before we got into league, we knew like information we are getting into league. We had one day to build a roster. One day.
Right. Okay.
So I mean, I we built like guys from last split. They were playing together last split because I mean it was the easiest way. Like
Yeah, of course. I mean, you only had one day, so.
yeah, we took like 4 players who played together because they wanted to play together and better meet. Like that guy was gapping everyone, but and they also had like coach who was at EU Masters before, so I guess I have learned from him a lot, but I think I have a lot of room to improve
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So
Okay.
that's, I guess, the reason why I bought your coaching, because I want to be better.
Yeah. What did you do before you started coaching? Did you like were you a player or what were you doing? Like what made you decide that you're gonna do league coaching?
I mean, 5 years ago, I started to play League uh, with my friends. I'm coaching him now, by the way, it's so funny. But I started to play a league with him, and I was like 11. And if I liked some skin, I just bought it. Okay, so I was like spending money on skins like crazy when I was 11, 12. And it was like I came home and I asked parents if I'm going out if they can give me, for example, 10 euros, and then I bought like skin for it. So it was
Right.
super. And then they said to me that I can't play League. So I was just because I really liked the game. I was just watching the replays and I was trying to analyze it with with that my friend who was like Diamond, and I was like, yeah, he is good. And I was trying, because I was not able to play the game, I was just trying to understand the game, you know?
Yeah, I guess what you mean. Do you
And
play it now then or?
I mean, I can, but I don't. I was tryharding one season, and then I just don't play solo queue anymore. Or
Why
not.
not?
I mean, I'm playing only with friends.
Yeah.
I'm not tryharding the solo queue, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I like when I got once after 3 seasons of break. I came back, opened my 30 FPS PC, and tryhard it from bronze to platinum in one season, and then like I was spending a lot of time by playing solo queue and trying to be best etc. And
Yeah.
then I just realized that like I'm floorball player. Do you know what is floorball?
No.
It is
What
oh
do you mean?
you can Google it. You can Google
How do you
floor.
spell it? Like floor?
Yeah, like floor, but no. Yeah, floor ball. Ball, ball. Yeah, this.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do you mean by that?
I'm player of this game, and
Oh. Okay.
I'm super good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm playing for 9 years, and I have won 9 times a title of our country. We were third on World Cup, like, and also third at European Cup. So like, and I realized like I want to do this instead of playing League. So I was like,
Right.
I don't want to be a player at League, but I want to do something at
Do
League.
something right, yeah, because you like it.
Yeah, and yeah, because I like the game, and like quarantine became, and it was like I wake up, went to training, then came home. Like I was too. Wait. Uh, uh. Oh my god, my English.
It's fine. Take your time.
Sorry. Like I wake up, went to training. I was so tired that like if I played solo queue, I just ran it down. So
Mhm.
instead, I just tried to watch like some game.
Yeah.
Or do something. Uh, then went to another training when quarantine became, and then came home and was just chilling, you know. But after every training, I was super tired, so I was like, I don't want to play solo queue because I will run it down anyway. So
Yeah.
and then like I was like, I don't even want to play solo queue. It's or I'm having so bad account. Maybe if I will start new one, it will get better. But like I need to play super well to carry the games. I mean that's the point, of course.
Yeah.
But like if you are having enemy AFK and you, for example, I am playing Phil, but
Mhm.
I was jungle and I dove Fiora 4 times. 4 times dove Fiora, and my AD died once. So, like, I was 3-0. My top solo killed him, even that guy later. And my AD died once, and he was like, okay, you lost my lane, I'm losing your game, and he just started to run under towers. And the enemy was AFK. Like, it is normal.
Yeah, I mean
I mean,
that's of course like extreme case, right? That's not gonna happen often. But like the reason why I ask is just because like how do you see yourself, like you're obviously good at floorball. Like are you gonna continue doing that, or do you see yourself like maybe giving league coaching a shot, or like what do you think?
you can't, like, be full-time floorball player if you are, like, best. Like, on the whole world, there is like 10 or 15 guys right now. I'm not saying it can't be different in a few
Yeah,
years,
but right now it's like
but
very niche sport, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like something what I really like and I love it to do, and I'm like I can make some money for it. When, for example, I want to go to Czech to high school or university. I want to go to university to Czech, and in
Mhm.
Czech, when you are doing floorball, you can make some money, and if I can like do three things, like study university, like do league coaching, or at least give it a shot, and then like even make some money from floorball. It's something what I love. It will be awesome for me, you know.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
I
I mean,
work.
making money doing something you love is the best, right? So,
Yeah,
because like the reason why I ask this is because, like in the Czech scene, you're probably like decently known, right? Like, people know you
I
a
mean,
bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So getting a coaching job there is not going to be hard. But the thing is that getting it somewhere else outside of the Czech scene, people will need to know you, and the easiest way to get like known is through solo queue. That's why I'm mentioning it, you know. But yeah, if you have like really rough schedule, then it's obviously hard to climb. I still think if you can play like one game a day or something, full try hard, it's still gonna be good because as a coach, it's just good to play the game sometimes, just to get the feel of it, you know.
Yeah, like I know it's a really low number, but I have like 100 or 150 games this season. I know
Yeah,
it's
I mean
bad,
that
but
it's better than not playing.
yeah,
I don't have the most games played this season. I think this is my lowest played season so far. I have like 400 across my accounts, which I don't think is that much either. So, but yeah, okay. And when it comes to coaching, like what kind of approach do you feel like you have? Like, are you more in terms of player like atmosphere and keeping a good team atmosphere, or are you more like strategical coach, or what would you
uh,
say is like your top three strengths as a coach?
my best strength, I guess, it's like giving. It's also like the atmosphere and this stuff, but also giving up. I'm doing like some presentation about healthy lifestyle, and I like to do like some presentations and this stuff. Uh,
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
I I think I can do some stuff about like strategic, but I'm not like the best for sure. I have a lot of work, and I think I'm really struggling on one-on-one coaching. That's the worst for me, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Because I think a perfect coach is somebody that can bring everyone together, and can relate to the players both emotionally and on like at the game, and help them improve as players and as a team, both in and outside of the game. And somebody that
Yeah,
can adapt and learn himself new ways to improve. So,
I mean I can. Okay, go ahead.
like with floorball, it's teams, right? It's one team against another, right? Or
Yeah,
yeah. So I guess like
yeah, it's teams.
yeah. So since you were playing that, I think some things from that you can use into league coaching, no? Like, because it's still team play.
Yeah, yeah, it's like same.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I don't want to. For me, like I will. For me, like Perks is someone who is like a goat of the league. For me, it shouldn't be like this guy is good as Faker. It should be like this guy is good as Perks. And the reason is, I think, I don't know him, but as well as you, but I think like from the outside, and also like Reckless mentioned it and it's some stuff that like when he came to G2, Reckless, he thought like they were doing everything right. But I think like Perks is that type of guy. Like when someone wants to train 1-on-1, he will always go. When someone wants to go duo, he will always go and this stuff, no?
Yeah, I
And
can
he's like,
confirm he was 1v1 in caps 2 hours ago, so yeah.
I mean, yeah, he like
He will do
that guy,
everything he can. Yeah.
yeah, and he even he's like the leader. He's super
Yeah.
leader.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Have you watched the EU Masters games?
I tried to watch some games, but I was not at home every time.
I mean, you
Well,
said you mentioned that you struggle on one-on-one coaching, is that
Yeah.
coaching random players, or is that coaching your teammates, like your players, one-on-one?
More like my players.
Uh-huh.
Like if I'm getting I got order from like platinum player, and I was able to like for 1 month became from plat 2 to D2. I mean it's okay, like
No, it's
for
really
one.
good. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah, and I was not like I was explaining him a lot of like inside the league because you know Camilius.
Yes, I know him.
Yeah, like that guy. You know, probably should know Isuba is like the best team.
Yes.
Yeah, there. Like that guy was support there, and he was D1 hard stack super long time. And I know I got the information like from him personally, and then like his coach gave him like a schedule to play solo queue or how to become a better player solo queue. I have like that presentation, and he he got benched just to become better at solo queue because like nobody wants to play against them. Like they were, if he played against Chell teams or Chell supports,
Yeah.
he was decent, or he was at the decent level as them. But in solo queue, he had like mental like someone ran the game and I have to go next and I have to win. He didn't play solo queue like to become
improve.
better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he just played solo queue to get LPs.
The LP. Yeah.
Yeah,
really
and that's wrong, right?
Yeah,
and
it's really bad.
Yeah, and many people, like random people, are doing this for sure. That they are like playing for LPs, but it's wrong. And when I like explained to that guy the system, and then like I try to help him with some mistakes what he was doing, like he in 1 month climbed 4 divisions. I think it's really good.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, going from plat to D2 is really good.
I mean,
So,
even it's East, but yeah, whatever.
I mean, it's still good. Okay, but when it comes to one-on-ones, what do you think is what is it that you struggle with compared to team play?
Like the players, like when I'm coaching platinum player and master player, it's just something else, you know. Like the guys on my team, even though I have full rookies, the guys, I think like I are playing decent, and I often can't see like many mistakes what they do, like when they are playing solo queue or when we are trying to do this. Like I can't really see like on lane or this. I can like see like tempo mistakes or this shit, but I can't see like if they fuck up something online. Like I saw your video on Seikon, like when you explained like what he was doing, and for example, that thing on Syndra, I would probably not see like right now.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
All right. I mean, to me then, I think like if you're able to teach tempo and these kind of things, I think we shouldn't watch EU Masters games. I think it's better if we just watch some player POVs and just discuss some things, you know, and teach you how to teach players better one-on-one. Do you have a lane in particular that you feel like you're worse at coaching? Like
what?
You mentioned that you play jungle, right?
I play Phil.
Okay.
I play Phil.
But like, are you equally good at coaching top, bot, and mid, or is it one of them that you struggle with more than the other?
I think like I'm trying to play Phil to see every role. You know, like to see point of view from every role.
Yes, but when you are coaching, right?
Yeah.
Is it harder for you to coach mid lane or top lane or bot lane?
I think easiest one is ADs, because when I was tryharding, I was playing ADs a lot. So I guess easiest is ADs, and probably hardest is top lane. I hate the lane, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean,
I
then we can do top lane or mid lane coaching. We can like watch like Chovy, or we can watch some like world POVs. Like I have this one. Oh wait.
You don't have access to Google.
Yeah.
Look, let's go.
Wait. Let me get it.
Do you also have like your app like when you see like every accounts from enemy teams? Like I saw like one app of Immortals, and it was like really crazy.
Yeah, I have that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just give me like 1 second.
Sure.
We can do, for example, Bin playing Renekton versus Volibear. It's
Okay.
G2 versus Suning, so it's pretty good level.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you have a favorite color?
I don't care, man.
Okay, we do blue.
Okay.
Alright. So, what do you think about the matchup then? Volibear versus Renekton. Like, how do you think the Renekton should play it, and then how do you think the Volibear should play it? Jungle matchup is Lee Sin versus... Lee Sin versus...
I think it's Volibear favorite. No? Like, every time my top, when enemy blinded Renek and Volibear was meta, or call it meta, I mean he's decent also now, but every time he said like Volibear, it's Volibear favorite, so... Wait, what? Lee Sin against...
Graves. Lee Sin Graves jungle, Volibear Renekton top.
Okay. I said like I think it's Volibear favorite. Every time like my top said like to play volley if it was open to Renekton.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean I agree. I think it's quite even matchup though, but I think Volibear will eventually beat Renekton, yes, but Renekton has a couple spikes and stuff that he can do to win the matchup. So like, yeah, your player can say that Volibear wins and stuff, but then it's important as a coach to understand why, you know? Because players have really, really, really bad read on matchups and how the game is actually meant to be played. You know? Like...
Yeah, I heard that one.
Yeah, your players will like win the matchup in solo queue because they're playing versus some random shitter, and then they're not able to tell what's right and wrong, so they're just like, oh yeah, I won, so matchup is good. And if they just tell you the matchup is good and then you just blindly listen to them, that's really bad. So why do you think he says that? Why do you think Volibear beats Renekton?
I mean, I think it's also like it's Volley favorite. Like from my perspective, like it's Volley favorite.
So I'm asking you like why? I mean, you don't have to be right. Like, why do you think he says that? Like, what?
Yeah, I think Volley is like stronger, more time stronger than Renekton in the game. Like Uh, I'm not sure if you understand what I'm trying to say, but do you understand what I want to say, or not
Like
at all?
more stronger in the game? I mean, like more useful, or
Like, I wanted to say like, Volibear is more useful than Renekton. Like, I'm in the game. If
sure,
you know what I'm trying to
yeah.
say, or
I mean, I can agree with that. I think it depends on team comps too, though. But when we talk about matchups, right, it's mainly the first 10, 15 minutes, and then after that is basically late game in the matchup. So like, we gotta think about like the first 10, 15 minutes for this matchup to be good for Volibear. Why is Volibear good into Renekton, and for example, Camille is bad into Renekton? Why is that?
mm, I mean,
What does Volibear have that Camille doesn't?
uh, more. I don't want to say like more HP, but he's like more tanky, kind of.
Yeah, he's
I
tankier. Yeah.
I think like Renekton can kind of one shot Camille or do a lot of damage into her. Have better push Renekton over Camille. For a in lane, of course.
Yeah. What else?
Yeah, I'm thinking like sustain maybe over Camille.
Yeah. How does Volibear sustain?
Uh, I was talking about Camille Mitchell, but
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
Renekton outsustains Camille, yes, but
yeah,
Volibear doesn't have that much sustain.
yeah. Like I was trying to say, like what Camille, like
Yeah.
why is
Yeah.
Renekton fine into Camille?
Yeah, but so like Camille loses to Renekton, and then Volibear beats Renekton. So it's important that you need to understand why Volibear beats Renekton, right? Because if you as a coach don't know why Volibear beats Renekton, then it's hard to do a draft around it, you know? Because
Yeah,
you shouldn't go into the game expecting Volibear to fist the Renekton early game. That's not gonna happen because
yeah.
Volibear
Go.
needs to stack up his passive to get push. That's first thing. To stack up on the passive, he has to be on the wave level 1. And if Volibear starts to hit the wave, Renekton can do the same and stack Fury. And Renekton will also have sustain, so Renekton wins the early trades. Renekton only loses if he starts to all-in into Volibear's E. But if Renekton avoids Volibear E, then Renekton wins early on. And Renekton should be able to get level 2, because he just wins level 1 push. And if Renekton gets level 2 first, then he wins the lane, and then he crashes wave, he can recall. And then when the wave bounces back into Renekton, Renekton has a timer to set up a gank onto the Volibear. And if he gets a lead from that, then Renekton will keep winning. Once Volibear starts to get stuff like Bramble West, it becomes relatively hard for Renekton. And then Renekton would, back then, like here, back when Goredrinker was good, once Renekton started to get Goredrinker and stuff, Renekton could do like short trades, heal up, trade again, heal up.
Yeah.
So Volibear basically wins the matchup because he ends up becoming too tanky for Renekton to deal with, and he doesn't get threatened enough, but Volibear still doesn't deal enough damage to threaten Renekton unless they are dead even. And Renekton should get a little lead early. So if you pick Volibear into Renekton, we don't want to skirmish top side early on usually. Because Renekton will just flash W your jungler and one-shot your jungler, and then it's GG.
Then it's 2v1.
Yeah. So we're gonna have Renekton's POV here. And I'm just gonna play it, and I'm gonna like pause it after actually, I want you to tell me to pause it when you think he could have done something different, or if you have a question, or
By the way, I see black screen.
yeah, right now it's black for me too.
Ah, okay.
Can you see now?
So, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I can see now.
Yeah. So
Okay, so what you want me to tell you when I see he was able to do something different,
or
right?
yeah, like if you think he did something good, tell me to pause, or if he did something bad, tell me to pause, or if you have a question, tell me to pause.
Okay.
And I'll also tell you what I think.
Sure. It is lagging only for me.
Let me restart it.
Sure.
Can you see now?
Right. Yeah, I can. Yeah, and it's better.
Okay. So, what do you think so far?
I mean, it was like just random trading, but maybe like he won 2 trades. If I'm like he had more HP than Wunder, so he's stronger, or should be, because like he deal more damage.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's winning the trades.
Yeah, he's winning the trades. We can call it like this. He's winning the trade.
Could you have done anything else or something more? We can rewatch.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he could basic, but it's maybe whatever.
So, we mentioned how he has sustained lead, right? And another thing, with runes, never ever should you have bone plating versus Renekton. I mean, versus Volibear. Okay? Like, that's another thing, like, versus Volibear's passive, you want to have second wind. It's completely useless to have bone plating. Okay? And remember what I said with hitting the wave?
Can you stop it, please?
Yeah.
I will just open my like notes book and just write this. Okay, this pen is not working.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Okay. You can
ready?
go. Or yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so like I was saying, second wind is a must versus Volibear because his passive will keep hitting you. So yeah. For the first trade, I think that he should keep extending the trade, because the thing about Volibear is now you're marked, so Volibear cannot actually do anything right now because the W is on cooldown.
Yeah, but makes sense.
You can't trade after. So here, he does auto Q, and I think he should auto another time, because one, if Volibear hits back, he does not have Grasp and you have Conquer, so you will just deal more damage, and you also just naturally out-sustains as Renekton because you're Q healing. So I think it's probably a little bit of stage nerfs, but I think other top laners, when Wunder walks up to you like this, other top laners I think would auto Q and then walk up and auto you again, Because Volibear W has like 4-second cooldown or 6 or something like this. So it's really important to not get Volibear W'd when you're marked. So it's fine that he runs away, but he shouldn't run away that quickly. See, 5-second cooldown.
Yeah, okay, so he
yeah.
had like 5 seconds. More.
Yeah. So like, when I see this, it's just like, when I watch a POV, it's just important to discuss with your player, like, yeah, this trade is really good, and it's for sure in your favor, but you could do more, and then ask them like why they don't. Because if they say they're marked, that doesn't actually mean anything, because it doesn't matter that you're marked when he's on 5-second cooldown.
Yeah.
Because I think somebody like Whippo here would not click backwards, they would click forwards and auto again. And if you look at jungle situation, he shouldn't be afraid of trading because of jungle, because this guy didn't leash and this guy didn't leash. So Lee Sin is here popping up the top, so you're strong side, Renekton. So you should fight a lot.
Yeah.
You want your lane to be volatile because you're being played for. So I want my top laner to like get another 1 or 2 autos in here. And then now he has to back off because he got marked. So if he walks up to hit minions now to stack Fury, Volibear can get a mark W, and that's going to be really bad for Renekton.
Yep.
Once he loses this mark, he can walk up again. So now he should walk up. See? And that's super good trade.
Yeah.
See? He wins that every time. And he should just keep repeating this. So I should do the same thing. Yep, good.
Yeah.
And now next Q will be better because of Fury.
Yeah.
See? Fisted him. Right? Super good. Now, Volibear is going to have the short-term lead here. In terms of he's going to get level 2 right now. So Bin has to back off. So what do you think Bin should be thinking about now? He's Renekton.
I mean, he could trade the Volibear and clear the wave. Like, he can like E in. I think he will kill those 2 creeps. Not sure, but I think
he will kill one.
Okay. Then he can like do like, I guess, but it's wrong. Like, it doesn't make sense to use spells on champ when you don't have even lethal.
I mean, sure, you don't have lethal, but to get lethal, you need to trade, right?
Yeah.
I think looking to deal damage to Volibear is okay, but I think doing it now is bad. And the reason why is because the damage that his spells will do, he will lose every single creep here. So doing the trade now compared to in 3-4 seconds doesn't actually do anything. I think the main thing that should be going through his mind right now is that Volibear crashed his second wave, which means if you don't let Volibear hit minions now, you are gonna get level 3 first. And slow pushing into enemy while having level 3 and they're level 2 is super good while being strong side. Because not only are you getting prior for your jungler, you're also going to get cover by your jungler. So you're not going to be able to get ganked, and then you're going to win the lane through this. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Because when he crashes a second wave like this Volibear, what ends up happening is now this third wave, the cannon wave, is going to bounce back into Volibear. So only way for Volibear now to actually get level 3 at the same time as Renekton is to stand here and start hitting. If he does that, Renekton should all in. If Volibear just sits in Africa, Renekton should try to get level 3 first here, and then win the lane through that.
Okay, makes sense.
So that's why you see Wunder is trying to auto, because he realizes he fucked up.
Yeah.
And I think it's important Bin doesn't let him do that. Yeah. So here, Bin really needs to try to match level 3. So yeah, they get level 3. You see all the autos he's taking from the passive? That's why you go second wind versus Volibear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oof. If Wonder wasn't bad at Volibear there, this would have been real disaster. So let's go back and let's rewind.
Okay.
So he walks up here with Fury W, contests the creep, really good, and you can tell when a player does this that they're aware of everything going on, because he's paying attention to his own creep's HPs here, his CC gets low, so he walks up to contest it. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
But then now,
Okay.
he's on full cooldown, right? So trade is really good, but then watch. So I think right here, Wunder has to fight back now. And should contest the cannon. Because Renekton is just a lot weaker than you right now.
Ah.
But if
Yeah.
you look, Wunder runs away. And then what Bean does is really stupid. Because Bean should be autoing the cannon right now and try to secure it. Because you should never get this cannon minion when all your spells are on cooldown. So now what ends up happening is Wunder is able to try and contest it. So now you take so much damage. And if this E was not misclicked, this is legit Renekton's HP.
Yeah. I can.
So like,
So.
it's just about understanding that you use all your spells. So you shouldn't be allowed to farm now, right? If the lane is like really even.
Yeah.
So when you see this guy runs away, you shouldn't try to go for this caster. You should try to secure the cannon.
Yeah, and be happy with the cannon.
Yes. Because it's a mistake by Wunder to run away right now. So, yeah. You should just try to secure the cannon. Because having to do this is really bad.
Yeah.
It should have been disaster.
I mean, he'll play E better. Like, it's
Yeah.
kind of that.
Yeah, I mean, it was already bad without him doing the E good. So imagine if he hit the E.
Yeah.
It would be a really disaster. So yeah. What do you think about what he's doing now? So,
Like, Wander recalled, no?
well, if
I th-
you can guess it, yes, but what do you think? Do you think what he's doing now is good, or do you think it's bad?
I think, like, he should just push the wave under tower and get a free recall.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't know if Volibear is basing, right? So like, you will have times where Volibear is now 100 HP and no mana, and he has to base, and then yes, you can one-shot the wave before he comes back. But
Yeah.
if you look at this, right?
Okay.
Volibear can lane.
Yeah, he can. Of course he can.
So the thing is that if you hard push now, right? So Volibear, let's say he's recalling, he's channeling recall right now, correct?
Yeah.
Volibear can always cancel this base if he sees that you start hard pushing. And then what ends
Yeah,
up happening is that right now the wave is dead even. If Renekton starts a hard push and then Volibear TPs back, then Renekton is pretty fucked, because now Volibear has item and you're slow pushing into him, Volibear will freeze on you and you're fucked and you have to TP back to a freeze. So I think what he's doing is perfect, and I would do the same, because Volibear can lane, and if Volibear recalled, he was in base right now. So if I now Q and E the wave, Volibear will just TP back and I'm pretty doomed.
Yeah.
So you only hard push this now if the guy can't cancel his base and he can't TP back in time. You know? So I think what he's doing is good. I think only thing that he could be doing different is that when he kills these minions, while waiting for them to get low, so here when he kills this, he should look for a ward timer, because The only time he can actually die now is when he tries to go for a crash here, or Volibear starts slow pushing back to you. So he should look to place a ward soon.
Yeah, I mean, he did not use the ward from the start.
Yeah, I mean, earlier on he didn't really need to, but you see how the lane is right now? It's the only time he's actually gankable, so he should have been warding, because right now it's pretty hard for him to play, because now he just has to trust that his teammates are tracking correctly, which is just hard, because you can't know where they are always, right? So,
yeah,
basically, here for example, while he's just waiting for minions to get low, look, why is he not warding right now, right? This is a free ward timer. And when I see players do mistakes like this, I know that they are not thinking ahead of time, because he should know that now that when he last hits these minions, even though it's a last hit, it is still pushing into enemy, because you're dealing damage to minions and enemy is not, right? Because he's not in lane.
Yeah.
So he should be good enough to know that the wave will eventually be here. So while I'm waiting for these creeps to become last hittable, we need to walk up and ward as deep as we can, and then make it back into time to obviously last hit it. So you'll see that what he should have done is now run up to the bush and go and ward. He would easily have time. He wouldn't even need to do it in the bush. He could do a like really deep ward. And that would be very, very good for his lane, because here he has to commit to trades and look to crash the wave. So here on next wave now, he really needs to fight and see if he can look to crash. Like now, see? But it's just coin flip to do it now.
Yeah, because he can die, like if Jankos is to.
Yes, exactly. See, because now going to ward is bad, because now you should be trying to crash the wave. This is a mistake that a lot of players do. Because the ward I said that he should have placed 40 seconds ago would still be there. See?
Yep.
So it's just about understanding that, okay, I'll be in danger now till 5 minutes. So I'll go ward. So it's a pretty big mistake. Now he just needs to crash the wave. He loses quite a lot of EXP and gold from this, and he has to TP back as well. It's pretty rough, but lane is still really good for Renekton, but Wunder is setting himself up for success in the long run at least, because Renekton ended up losing quite a bit of gold and EXP from that mini freeze. But Volibear still does not have Bramble West, so the out-sustaining part from Renekton is really, really good still. And what do you think that he should consider right now? Like, what should be going through his mind? Like, what do we know about Volibear right now? What information does Renekton have about Volibear? Like, what summoners does Volibear have?
Like, he has TP and he did not TP and he also did not flash. So he has both summoners.
So he has TP. So the thing is, when Wunder does his freeze and he realizes he can't break it because he's getting too low, the fact that Renekton has to TP back now is huge.
For Wunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got like TP advantage for free because like being kind of fuck up.
Yeah. So, what do you think Renekton should be thinking about? Volibear's TP and flash, so like how should he play now? What should he be thinking?
I mean, he should try to get TP out of Wunder somehow. Maybe like if he will be able to set up the wave for the dive, but I think it's really hard to do it. But like if he can like, or maybe just call like, I mean, he should like try to get something out from the TP, from his TP. Like,
yeah,
maybe.
Like the reason why he TP is because he would just lose minions if he didn't. You know, and he doesn't want to fall behind Renekton. But I think what's always important is when you're laning and enemy has TP and you don't, it's really disaster now if they hard trade and Renekton is half HP and then Volibear is really low and then Volibear recalls and TP's back. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's important now that Bin is being a bit cautious about this, that Wunder can play like a psychopath and do stupid trades because he has TP. So you really don't want to get baited. Like, a lot of players gets baited right now. Like, Wunder will walk up and quote-unquote troll, but it's not troll, because if Renekton hard commits to the trade, Volibear can just TP back. And sure, now you got the TP out, but you're losing lane. So it's not good for Renekton.
I mean, we don't know what is like in G2 minus, but he may try to save TP for like bot dive for some shit. Like
sure.
This.
But Renekton can't stop this. You know, like, Volibear can TP and dive bot lane whenever he wants.
Yeah.
That's up to bot lane to fix.
Yeah, okay.
I think what Renekton's job now is make sure you don't die, and make sure you have the wave on a good side, so that if this guy teleports, he loses a lot, and try to just chip him away. Like, do like small trades. Don't do too volatile trades, because then he will just TP back and you're fucked. Basically, don't make your lane unlaneable, because his HP is fake, because he can TP back.
Yeah.
So Volibear is really low on mana. When enemies low on mana, you always need to think, do they have a way to get this mana back? Is this fake mana? Do they have biscuits? Does their champion have some kind of mana hack? Right? So what he's doing now, I think, is fine. Another thing to realize is you lost EXP as Renekton, and the wave is pushing into you, which means Volibear is killing minions before you. So Volibear should get 6 before Renekton this game.
Yeah.
So this was super, super good. He got the Q heal off as well. And now the wave's in really good position. Like, now if Volibear TP somewhere, right, he's gonna fall like 2 levels down.
Yeah.
See? Because the wave is pushing towards.
But he can't TP like now.
I mean, he can, but it's not that good for him.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's the thing. Like, one thing you need to realize is there's no rules in League of Legends. Like, there's not like he's gonna get banned from competitive with TPs.
I mean, no.
It's just really bad for him in his lane, sure. But like, if I'm Volibear into Renekton, I'm gonna TP bot lane if it means we get 2 kills on turret, you know? Like, I don't care about my lane state.
Of course. But...
So yeah. Like, I think what Renekton is doing right now is completely horrible. So, if you go back, right? Again, what happened? You chunked Volibear really hard. Good. Now the lane is really hard for Renekton to, for Volibear to play.
Yeah.
Because he's slow pushing into you, so you can kill him. And then he randomly Qs the wave. Probably healed him 20 HP. Yeah, 40 HP.
But why? Why would you do that?
I mean, he probably wanted to heal. It's the only thing I could think about. But he should just legit just trim it a little bit. He can trim it, but he should not Q like this.
Yeah, I can see like it's a bit Q. Even
like now he has no W as well. So yeah.
Probably many players can see like
a mistake he did here as well is when enemy laner comes to lane, he should immediately check what item the guy bought, and he presses tab, does it really fast. I'm not sure if he checked, but hopefully he did. What you say?
I was able to see it. I was able to see it.
Yeah, Bramble like, he bought.
Yeah.
So like when you see your players do this, like just make sure, like ask them like, why did you press tab? And if they say to check what he bought, it's perfect.
Okay.
So now lane becomes a little bit harder for Renekton because Volibear has Bramble. The nice part is I'm pretty sure Volibear has Biscuits, and now it's 6 minutes in, which means the last Biscuits got given. So if he has no Biscuits in inventory now, you can now play the mana game. That's one of the reasons why Garen and Renekton are pretty nice champions, because they don't use mana. So if he can just keep trading with Volibear now, even if he loses a little bit in terms of HP, just to burn these Biscuits, it's good.
Yeah. he will always win something. Like he will win HP or he will win mana,
Yeah.
right? So
So, I'm gonna go back here, and then let me know what you think. Do you think there's anything Renekton could do in the next 10 seconds?
okay. I mean, he can't really freeze it. It's too big. Wait, it's locked. Can you go like 10 seconds back?
1 sec, I'm restarting it. Can you see?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
can it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he can. I think he can't really freeze it. Like the wave is too big for a freeze, and maybe. I mean, maybe if he will just like EQ the first 3 minions, or will he kill them? Like he will kill first 2 for sure. Maybe do some little damage.
So I think your idea is right, yes. So my main point is that if you look at this, whenever your laner gives you any kind of breathing room, using it to do any kind of action is good. So like, Volibear does not know where Lee Sin is right now. Okay?
Yeah.
So just blindly letting the wave crash is really bad move by Renekton, because this guy has no clue where jungle is. So what I want from my Renekton is that he walks up like this to hold the wave. Now you're forcing Volibear to run into you, which a lot of players, especially in low level play, they will run away. And now you can use Q. You do not use E. You never use a spell that is necessary for combat when you're managing waves, if enemy is in lane. Okay, that's really bad. E has so long cooldown. But yeah, he can use Q. He drags wave up here. Now Volibear should be chasing. And then you just let it crash then. But you should never let Volibear now just run like this to ward. You should always run up with the wave now, making Volibear run at you, and then leave. And then if he runs away, you run up again. And you keep weaving auto attacks on the wave to stack up Fury and to trim the wave. Because if you can hold the wave here just for one more wave, that's another wave where Volibear is gankable and he is always fearing for his life.
Yeah.
You get it? So you only blindly let it...
I guess. I mean, Volibear, like Renekton made a mistake by letting the wave crash for.
I mean,
if he was.
He can't he can't hold it if Volibear pressures, because Volibear is just stronger here because of the big wave and everything. But what I want is that he at least walks up just to force Volibear to have to pressure.
Yeah.
And then he can make the decision to fight the Volibear or to run away. But it's really cringe to see Wunder be allowed to walk up and ward without actually crashing the wave first.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Because another thing what that does, by the way, is that if Wunder now can save... It takes Volibear like 8 seconds or something to walk all the way here. If he can save this 8 seconds now, he can roam to mid. If Renekton walks up to hold the wave and Volibear has to spend time chasing Renekton and stuff, this guy's mid gank timer is a lot shorter. See? Volibear can just run to mid now. And that's pretty bad for mid lane, because Syndra's right now needs to set up a recall. So if she can't push now because Volibear can gank, that's really fucking bad. Looks like he nom-nommed the honey fruit, the Volibear, because he's full mana again.
Yeah. I mean, but he at least pressured the mid, so Angel just
it was good. It was good what Wunder did. It's just Renekton did bad.
Fucking up. Yeah.
But as you can see, like, the matchup is really not that, like, Volibear favored. You see?
Yeah.
It's not like... That's what I mean. It's, like, a good matchup to watch, because for sure, Volibear has, like, small advantage, but Renekton does not lose this matchup.
He can do stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wonder contesting the cannon again. Good.
Yeah.
Dude, like, look all the passive damage he's taking, man. Why does he have bone plating?
I don't like, by the way, boat plating. I mean,
it's bad rune.
Okay, yeah, shafts. I mean, this guy is not using ward. Legit,
Yep.
1 ward whole game. I mean, maybe he don't need them.
I mean, he did earlier on. He did. And, like, if you look here, right, again, the mindset of this guy now should be, wave is bouncing to me. If I get dove now, it's a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
So he should look to ward now. Enemy team has a Twisted Fate that can just ulti to top lane, right? So why doesn't he ward? And then go to lane.
I don't know. Like,
another thing is that when you're weak side like this, right? So right now,
I mean, he knows like caps don't have ultimate. I can see like inch like mid air.
okay,
So,
I mean sure, but he gains nothing from running to lane, so he should still ward because enemy jungle can be there.
yeah, of course.
And when you're weak side like this, like look, Lee Sin is like recalling here, and you can't walk up to the wave. It is better to drop these 2 creeps and just do Krugs.
Yeah, I also said like to my AD, like when his wave is like slow pushing, enemy is like slow pushing into his wave, like he may like use this time to take camp or like pressure mid or do some stuff like this. Like just don't sit online for 0 reason. Just do something.
Yeah, because like here, the only play enemy team has now is to take your Krugs. So just take it away from them.
Yeah.
It's a good way to funnel yourself. And you can especially ask your jungler, because as you can see, Lee Sin is not farming the Krugs. So.
Yeah.
So now hard pushes to join the mid fight.
Yeah, they are contesting Herald.
Again, he's just hitting turret when he could just go for Krugs. He's wasting a lot of time when he could be funneling himself resources.
Yeah, like many players are wasting a lot of time for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, like Lee Sin skipped the camp.
Yeah, I mean he's never done Krugs, so that's what I mean.
Yeah.
He can't go 2 ham right now because I think TF has R maybe. Yeah, Bard is missing. Yeah, that's why. So like that's what I mean. Like enemy has so much time to go here and farm. So removing Krugs away from them is just so good. Volibear tries to TP for tempo, I guess. See, now he takes them. Yeah. This could have been like the 2nd or 3rd Krugs he took.
Yeah. At least he did. Like, you know.
No recalls. Yeah. So I was gonna flame him for this earlier. Like, because, like I said, Volibear has to go like Bramble Vest in this matchup. And but this is back when Black Cleaver was a good item on Renekton. And he went Tiamat, which is so useless because he should just rush Black Cleaver. Because here, if he didn't have Tiamat, if he has Black Cleaver, yeah, he will start to hard shit on this matchup. And you will see why I don't think it's that Volibear favored. Because if he had Black Cleaver here now, he'd shit stomp Volibear.
Yeah, but he built Diamant, so...
Yeah, which does nothing, because he has Wave Clear from his spells.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So to summarize, like, this lane from him, level 1, he could have done a little bit more auto attacks, and he did a good job spacing away from the marked Ws. He should have second wind versus Volibear always. It's just the best. And he uses his like AFK timers really, really poorly. Like, if you look here again, like, he seems really lost in the game. Like, what I mean is that there's no minions top now. They're all dead. Right?
Yeah.
So, while Volibear is running to lane like this, why is he running like this when he could just run like this right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's
I
always
have,
a
like-
chance that Bard all-in Syndra now, and if Renekton is here, then it's a kill for Renekton.
He's like, he's not like using the time well. It's
Yeah, it's not. Because he doesn't need to be top lane until in like 10 seconds. He needs to be
Yeah.
top lane like right now. Yeah, so he could be top, because now the wave's coming. So now it's
No, I
top.
mean,
So like, he could just be here, looking for pink wards, looking for wards while they're taking this, and then he can go. And that way, now this bot lane, they have to be careful if they see him on the ward. So,
yeah.
alright. I think that's good. Do you have any questions? Or something else you want to talk about?
I mean,
Because like the rest of the
Yeah.
game is like hard to watch because
Yeah.
we don't have their comps, right? So it's like rest of the game is like a lot about communication, talking about where can I TP, right? Setting up
Yeah.
TP plays, playing side lane together as a team. But the individual things
It's-
comes a lot from early game.
yeah. I mean, it's fine.
Do you want this document, by the way?
Can you send it to me?
Yeah.
I will write you a mail.
No, I just send here. Like that.
Wait.
Let me know if you can see it.
I will open it. It's. Yeah, I can see it.
Alright, perfect. Okay. Well, then if you don't have any more questions, I'll stop the recording here and I'll upload it and send it to you when it's up.
I want to maybe like ask you for help, kind of.
Sure.
I mean, I was trying to do like strat. I guess it's kind of easy for check sin. But like getting early TP advantage on top lane,
Mm-hmm.
like, and like, wait, I will try find. Give me a sec. I will just open YouTube and try to find something. Because like it's 4 games of finals and I don't know like which one it is the right one. Okay, no. No. Yeah. Can I send you a link? Like
Mhm.
what? Yeah, it's like link of a game. You can go like 6 minutes and
Pirák Pavel Mozilla Klabane, duo, které vás bude provádět.
Can you see my screen?
wait. Yeah, I can see stream.
You
Yeah.
said 6 minutes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like, and it's like Czech championship with while Karzi was playing here and then, but yeah, it's not about these guys. Like, you can go with it, like play it, and like what happened in this game. and it's worked out for Isuba like a lot. Like the meta there was like skipping camps kind of, but Yaki, the jungler, like one top GP was able to like stack the wave really well.
Yeah, because
And
GP level 1 is really strong.
Yeah, and then then they just dove like Vlad,
Mhm.
even though they did not play it like well. I mean, they was able to play it better if Lee did not miss the Q, like you will see. But and I think like this thing to do, like take TP advantage. I don't want to say like it's easy to do, but I think it's like it will work for sure in like academies in Czech and first division.
I mean, to force enemy top lane to TP, you just need to chunk them and make them base or kill them.
Yeah.
And
But
to do it reliably, having matchups that can slow push and control the wave like this will be good. So like GP, Renekton, Kled, these kind of champions usually do this really well.
the thing is, like you can see it, like they will dive him. It's not like the point. I just wanted to ask you, like I'm trying to make everything in presentations and this stuff. Like if you can at least like watch it and like what should I talk about, you know, in this, like I have a half of it kind of. Like I have like draft goal to the strat, like goal what to do in scrims,
Yeah.
like some first pathing.
I mean,
like
it just like the jungler has to be there on the third or the fourth wave. Okay?
Yeah.
On the third or the fourth wave. Ideally, they're there on the third wave so that you crash the third wave and they dive. But you can also try to crash the fourth one and then dive. But the third is just the fastest and the best, so it just becomes smoother. If you want to do this, then full clearing is only possible on champions like Udyr and Hecarim. You know?
Yeah.
Or Morgana.
Yeah.
But on champs like
Yeah,
Elise
yeah.
and Lee Sin and Graves, you have to skip a camp or two to get there in time.
Yeah, I know.
You should also make sure to talk about how can they counter the dive, like where is their jungler while we're diving? Does their bot lane have TP or mid lane have TP to counter with? Do we need our mid laner? Like when we're doing dives, it's important to ask like always how can they contest and how can we contest, right? Like do we need 2 people or 1 or 3 for the dive? How many we need?
Yeah. Like in this game, like the GP was able to use the TP for himself, but like for example, if it was not the GP, like
if it was like Renekton who has TP flank and stuff, it's good.
yeah, they can like dove bot then, you know.
Yeah.
And this, and I was like, the point of this play is like to get TP of anyone, right? Like to
I mean,
top.
that's
Or?
I don't think that's the point. I think that's just a result of it, you know? I think the
Yeah.
main point is like you just get an early lead from it, you know? It's just a way to set
Yeah.
up a nice play. And yes, the play turns out that you end up forcing him to TP. But it's not like people dive and they're saying, okay, let's dive him to get his TP. You know?
Like-
That's not really the point.
I mean, they are diving to get his TP and also like lose, like Vlad will lose a lot of XP.
Yeah, that's the goal. Like that's
If-
the goal. The goal is to make him lose the creeps and to kill him.
Yeah.
You get his TP because you killed him. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't call the play get his teleport strat, you know? I think like let's say you're playing Elise and you gank a guy, right? He's in the middle of lane, you gank to chunk him, and now the guy can't lane, so it's a TP back. That's a TP gank. But this dive is not to get his TP, that's just to dive him.
Yeah.
And then you happened to get his TP. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I doubt
Yeah.
that these guys are saying, let's dive him so we get this TP. They're 100% saying, let's dive him because GP wins the matchup early, so it's a good way for us to make an early play. We know GP will have push and will stack the wave. That's just how the matchup is. It'll go like that every single time. That's why they dive. A lot of matchups in League are just like that. Like the first 4, 5, 6 waves will play out the exact same way, and you can just like prepare stuff like this.
Okay.
So like you can probably talk with your bot lane and your top laner, like what matchups can we do something like this? Most Gangplank matchups can do this, so it mainly depends on your jungler and what champion enemy is playing, but Gangplank can be played like this in like 90% of matchups. Renekton and Volibear as well.
I've written like to draft goals, like I want us to have a volatile top which can dive and slow push waves and have a good skirmish potential with jungler, and it was like GP, Gnar, Renekton, Volibear, Camille, maybe. Like,
I think Camille is a bit hard.
I mean, it's hard, but I think it's playable kind of. No.
Depends what they pick.
Yeah, of course. Then I written like jungle with fast first clear and good dive, like Udyr. That time Pantheon. I mean, it's not right now, but like when he was
Pantheon
broken.
was really good. Yeah, I remember. That was
When he was broken, maybe Olaf is.
Yeah, I mean.
Then I'm trying. Yeah.
Olaf generally wants to just farm. I think picking Olaf for the reason to dive is pretty bad. But sure, he can do it, obviously. I mean, I think this dive in particular, Teemo jungle can fucking do, you know? But it's like, I wouldn't pick Olaf and say, okay, let's pick Olaf so we can dive top. But yes, Olaf can do it. But he's not, like, that good at diving.
Yeah, then I I want winning 2v2 top side. I'm trying to use blue bands for it, or like bands for it, to get the 2v2 top side. Then I'm trying to get mid prior or mid laner who is being able to look enemy mid at line. And my bot lane should be hard to dive.
Yeah, I think that's the important point. Is like, when you're diving top, if the enemy team can do nothing about the dive top, they will always try to go hard bot. So, when you commit hard like this, it's really important that your bot lane is not vulnerable. So like, if we go back, right? The fact that my Lucian is this fucking low shows me that he has zero clue how League of Legends works. Right? How does he get this fucking low?
I don't know. Was not watching but like I was mainly focused on what happened in top.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, but like, when you're coaching your players, right, it's important they don't do something like this. Like, your bot lane should be in the full mindset right now that they're not getting any help until like 440 in game or something like this.
Yeah. Okay, like he got W and Karzi just jumps in because he can.
He's just trolling. That's all. He's just fucking win trading. He's just walking up while Braum is like warding and stuff. Like, it's just cringe. Was this like... were these guys like all on the same team, or was it like fan match, or what is this?
No, it was like championship of Czech.
Yeah, okay, so it's just a bunch of Czech players, right?
Isuba was like Isuba, like
so an actual team,
like Random is and the AKR. Yeah, they were actual team, and Random Yaki are now like NLC. Vondro was
I know Yaki. I know Yaki, Denik, Karzi, and Random, and Vasked. I think I know him.
Yeah. Okay, and the second team was like. Karzi had nothing to do, so he just was like, I want to play this tournament for fun.
He wants to stomp some noobs.
Yeah, but he lost, so...
Yeah, ADC useless role.
I mean, any truth. Like Morche, the like Karzi stop, he was one of the better one at Czech, but then he's now like caster. Kenapil or Lipanek, he was playing Greek, I guess. I think make it retired, not sure, and like Karzidenik for sure. So
Yeah. Okay.
it was like a bunch of players for fun. Those guys, those Karzi team.
All right. Anything else?
I mean, was trying to like do the presentation for the strat, but I think I can do it anyway.
You can't do it, or you can do it.
Yeah, I can. I think
Okay.
I can.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think it's really simple. Like, you just need matchups that can push, and then you just need to make sure enemy is not there to stop it, and if they're there to stop it, what your plan is.
Yeah.
And just make
And
sure that
also-
when you're scrimming, that we're drafting to set this up so you can actually get to practice in scrims.
Yeah, I mean that's the point of scrims,
Yeah.
like to train the. Yeah, and wait, wait. Give me a sec. Because, like, I was wondering about one question, and then I was like, wait, what? Oh my god, what I wanted to ask you. I don't know. I guess it was not so important, but I wanted to ask you, but I don't know. If I will,
If you remember it, you can just message me.
yeah, if I will remember, I will just message you. Like, it's whatever. Right
Sounds
now.
good. Okay.
Thank you for document.
No problem.